Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to get stuck back into the twin turbo Forester. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we still have the front bumper here for the V35 Skyline, and we're actually going to put this on the back burner because I went to put registration back onto the Skyline and it's expired. So there's no time constraints with this now, so I'm just going to take my time with it. I want to be driving the twin turbo Forester over summer, over the holidays, stuff like that. So this does have a clear primer on it. I'll probably pick up a grey bumper primer tomorrow and just do a quick coat on that, and then we'll put that back onto the Skyline, and the Skyline's just going to live in the driveway. But we're going to bring the twin turbo Forester back in here and we'll start having a look at that again. So the battery is still on the Skyline, so we're going to reverse it and put it behind these gates so it's at the front. Then we're going to pull the battery out and put it in the FOS. So we won't be moving the FOS into here until we've done a quick primer on this one. The reason why I'm doing that and putting it back out there is because there's no time constraints on this now. I'll probably end up doing the whole car, so I'm not going to paint this and then do that. I'll do it all at once. So after the Forester's all good and going and I'm happy with it, then we'll get stuck back into this. But you guys don't seem too concerned about that. Let's get back onto this one. Okay guys, bit of a change of plans. So once I've put a grey primer onto that, I'll put it back on the Skyline. We'll get the Forester in and I'll turn the Skyline around and we'll reverse it in. So if I want to, I can just play around with the front while we're doing stuff on the Forester. So that's it tonight. We'll come back tomorrow, do a quick coat on that, and then we'll get the old Forester back in here. Can't wait. We're going to do some heat shielding. Alright guys, got a couple of cans of bumper primer. This is for the side skirts, the rear bar and the front bar. Yeah, so I'm going to shoot this with a coat, and then we'll probably swap over the batteries from the Skyline to the Forester so we can move the Forester around and then eventually bring the Skyline back in.
Okay, it's just a light coat first up.
Alright guys, the battery has been swapped over from the Skyline to the Forester now. So once this is fully done, we'll be moving that out onto the Skyline and getting the Forester back in here to play with that for the foreseeable future. We're going to be pulling that engine out quite soon to put some cams in. Anyway, let's get back to painting.
Alright, there goes one whole can. Just got it. This definitely needs another sandback.
So the battery's in the boot, so central locking should work now. Oh yeah, the master switch. We might have some spiders in here, but oh, it's been a minute. Alright, we've got plenty of oil. It's dinner time now. We'll come back later. Alright, back in the FOS. I'm going to let it warm up and I'm just going to move it back. I'm not moving it into the garage just yet. That'll be tomorrow. I'm just waiting for that paint to dry on the bumper. And I'll put that on the skyline. And we'll get this in and have a good look. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it starts, because it did just start the skyline. So good. So good. Bit smoky back there. Not too bad. Just let it warm up. Alright, so where we left off with the Forester is this center gauge pod and getting a Haltech gauge for there, so I can see water temp, air fuel ratio, oil pressure. Haven't had this view for a while. Alright, just moving it out of the woods. That's pretty much all for now. And tomorrow we'll go into the garage. Alright, she's warmed up, she's got oil all through her. I'm going to turn it off and we'll come back tomorrow and dive right into it again. Fun. Alright guys, I'm back. It's the next day. I just sanded just a little bit here just to see what I need to do still, and it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough still, so I've set it up with 400. I'll probably go over the whole thing eventually with 400 and do another couple of coats of primer, because we want that perfect before we shoot some colour on it. As you can tell, it's raining outside, so I'm not going to be putting that on, but we're going to do something to get the old fuzz in. Right, so as you can tell, just moved the bumper out of the way for a little while until we get until it stops raining, pretty much. And we'll get it back onto the skyline, and we can do more work on the Forester. I'm going to start the fuzz up. It starts up all good. I've chucked this box of Forester parts in the back, and then we'll get it in. Right, she's running. I'll chuck this box in the back. I'm going to give it a quick hose off because there's a lot of leaves on it, and then we'll bring it in. Still spinning. Not bad for a general bearing. Alright, we've got some work to do.